Alright, so I'm making this video about um, going into Oshkosh. So this is in a simulator, and it's using a air traffic control network called PilotEdge. Normally they're used for um, just practicing like IFR and VFR radio work skills. It's real world controllers. There's real other simmers or pilots on here as well, and they've actually set up this event to go into Oshkosh with the real Oshkosh controller, so it's a way to practice. I've never done this before. I've used this simulator network a lot when working through my instrument rating and things like that. I'm not going to talk too much about what that is. Feel free to research that. Basically, what we're doing is we're doing a flight into Oshkosh on the Fisk arrival. We're going to simulate that. So I'm in a Cessna 172, and I'm actually on the ground here at Fond du Lac Airport, which, if you know Fond du Lac, it's actually a uncontrolled airport, but during Oshkosh, it's actually a temporary control tower. So we're sitting here on the ground at Fond du Lac, and we are going to depart. We're going to fly out towards the west-southwest and come on up here and do the arrival into Oshkosh. That's kind of what it's going to look like. I'm not going to talk through the NOTAM about how to do this necessarily, but what I am going to talk through is what I'm doing. So my app is kind of messed up here. We had it on Fond du Lac, and now we're not. Stand by 1 second. Let's go devices. Perfect. Okay. We're back. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, let's start this sucker up. Let's go battery on. Mixtures full rich, throttle at 1/4. Prime it. Bring it off. Good, starts right up. Okay.
The grass, follow the segment.
Alright, I'm gonna just turn that
Whitman Reed.
Craft must be familiar with runway exit procedures. Refer to the bottom of
over to that for now, so you'll hear the real world controllers here in a second. First thing I'm going to do, looking at the NOTAM here for departing from... So this is not the real NOTAM that you use going into AirVenture, but this is the one that the simulator network created, kind of specific to the simulator in conjunction with the controllers from Oshkosh. So here's the Fond du Lac arrival and departure. So we need to get ATIS. Here's all my frequencies down here. So Fond du Lac, ATIS is on 1211. Let's go ahead and put that in. Put that might come to 121.1. And then Fond du Lac ground is 2185. There they are. Fond du Lac towers on 20.4. Alright, ground tower set. Let's go grab that weather.
all pilots must have their simulator weather set to clear sky and calm wind. Advise controller on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
X-ray.
Fond du Lac Airport ATIS information X-ray. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Altimeter 2992. Temporary ATC procedures are in effect. Refer to page 26 of the NOTAM. Landing and departing runway 36, runway 927 is closed. All arrivals contact tower on 120.4. Departures contact ground on 121.85 prior to leaving the ramp. All pilots must have their simulator weather set to clear sky and calm wind. Advise controller on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Alright, so we have X-ray.
Skyhawk 075, Fond du Lac Tower, runway 36 at Bravo, cleared for takeoff.
A little bit loud there, turning down. Alright, so we have information X-ray, Fond du Lac. We're going to depart out of here. I'm just going to go up to about 2,500 feet. Off to west. Let's go ahead and put 270 in there. Westbound departure, and we'll kind of make our way. There are other aircraft down here that are real. So like that guy that's moving, that's someone else in their simulator. It's moving. Unfortunately, I can't get them on ForeFlight for traffic, so I'm going to kind of hodgepodge it to try and follow people in with another little system that I have. Alright, 2,500, 29902 is set. Perfect, everything should be good to go there. It's going to be a quick little taxi here. Go to plates. It's going to be via Alpha to runway 36. That's what they're departing. Transponders go ALT. Set you. Alright, we got radio set, transponder set, ADA scout, altimeter set, taxi lights on, got the Bluetooth working, brake check doesn't apply, routes briefed, and we're not going to do a run up because it's sim. Alright, I'm going to move us forward here a little bit and we'll call ground. Yep, X-ray. And we're connected as Niner Zulu Golf. How appropriate. Fond du Lac ground, Cessna 739 Zulu Golf. Information X-ray at the ramp, ready to taxi. West departure.
Number 739 Zulu Golf, Fond du Lac ground, runway 36 taxi out.
36 via Alpha, Niner Zulu Golf. Alright, 36 via Alpha. Got a left turn here. See anyone, see anyone. Alright, we look good to continue. Yeah, so this is a, like I said, it's a really good tool for radio work and comms. It's actually how I learned all my comms and how to use them for the most part. So
407 Charlie Hotel,
you
Fond du
can
Lac
use
Tower,
this
low report 3 mile final, runway 36.
with a fairly simple computer setup. I encourage a lot of my students to try it out because it's pretty legit. I actually think that this network, PilotEdge, started doing this in 2020 when Oshkosh was canceled for COVID, and they decided to try this little flying thing, and it's stuck every year since as a really good way to train how to go in to AirVenture. I've actually never flown into AirVenture before, so I don't know how realistic this is, but I hear a lot of people that have flown in say it's pretty realistic. So it's a good way to practice. Alright, coming up to the end here. Landing light on, strobe light on, everything else is set. Go throw that mixture rich. Perfect. And monitor tower now. 120.4. And depart to the west. I'm going to kind of talk about the NOTAM on the way over there and what we have to look for, and kind of a little bit of how that works when we get up in the air.
Approaching runway 36.
Yes, we know that. Awesome. Let's turn you down. Well, I guess we're going to stay with that. Fond du Lac Tower 739 Zulu Golf, holding short 36, ready for departure.
739 Zulu Golf, Fond du Lac Tower. After departure, proceed on course, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
36 clear for takeoff on course, 739 Zulu Golf. I know Fond du Lac gets pretty crazy though. I think that's why they set up
36,
a tower
5009.
Because otherwise it gets pretty busy. Okay, let's ride. good. And we're off.
On the light tower, November 733 Bravo Echo, 8 miles north with X-ray, full stop.
733 Bravo Echo, Fond du Lac Tower, enter left down, runway 36.
Alright, let's turn
Left
this
downwind for
on
runway
course.
36.
We're actually going to just
733
switch off that Fond du Lac Tower frequency when I get the chance.
Fond du Lac Tower, November
So that way it's not
47 Charlotte, L3
so
mile
loud.
final, touch and go 36.
36, 36, and go.
Clear touch and go 36, 407 Charlotte.
So if you were coming from Flying Cloud, obviously, you're going to be set up more out towards the west. But I thought it'd be cool to kind of show the how Fond du Lac works and a little bit of just kind of how this ATC network works overall too. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw you and you off. Everything else looks good. 2500 west heading. Alright, there's 25. Level it off here. Okay, so we're gonna head west for a while. Let's actually pull up the NOTAM. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the beginning here. It talks about the Fisk arrival into Oshkosh. So this is super non-standard, and basically we're not going to be talking to ATC hardly at all. They're going to be talking to us. We're not going to be talking to them. So there's kind of a whole flow of how that works.
36 and request westbound departure.
I'm just going to switch this
Charlie,
over to guard.
straight out for now. Traffic is a Skyhawk 2 miles north of field, entering left down on the port side.
Looking for traffic 407 Charlotte Delta.
35.
Put that on guard, so hopefully we can get some quiet. Okay, so the Fisk arrival into Oshkosh works like this. We're going to basically form a conga line behind in front of other people. And it looks like we got to do it at 1,800 feet and 90 knots indicated airspeed is what we have to do it at. And we're going to basically follow people from waypoint to waypoint. So there's these lakes, there's a couple of towns, and then eventually from there they're going to send us into Oshkosh one way or the other. So first thing we got to do is listen to the ATIS for Oshkosh, which looks like it is on 125.9. It says do it at least 60 miles away, so keep an eye on this here. And I'm actually going to just turn a little bit southwestbound, 255 or something like that. There's no traffic's going to show up on this map, but they will be out there, so I'll be looking for them, and I'll kind of switch over to this other traffic map I have here in a second. But first, let's go ahead and get the ATIS. What's that? 1259. Yeah, 1259. Okay. 1259.
Prior to leaving the ramp, all pilots must have their simulator weather set to clear sky and calm wind.
Arriving aircraft must be familiar with runway exit procedures. Refer to the bottom of pages 20 or 21 for your specific runway's exit procedure after landing. Upon arrival, pilots wishing to depart immediately shall follow the flagman. They will guide you back to the runway for takeoff. Pilots wishing to taxi to parking shall follow the flagman until they see signage for parking. All Oshkosh departures refer to the departure procedures on page 23 of the notice. Pull out of the designated parking area and follow the flagman to runway 18 left. Monitor tower on 118 ladder and be listening and ready to go upon reaching the runway. All pilots must set their simulators to VFR weather conditions, calm wind. Oshkosh ATIS information Delta. Wind calm, visibility 10. Sky clear, altimeter 29er 2. VFR arrival and departure procedures in effect. Arriving runway 27 and runway 18 right. Pages 20 or 21 of the notice. Departing runway 18 left. Aircraft inbound for the Fisk arrival, proceed to Green Lake to join the Fisk arrival. Arriving aircraft must be familiar with runway exit procedures. Refer to the bottom of pages 20 or 21 for your specific runway's exit procedure after landing. Upon arrival, pilots wishing to depart immediately shall follow the flagman.
Okay.
They will guide you back to the runway for takeoff. Pilots wishing to taxi to shall follow.
So it's Green Lake. So let's talk about what that means here. So if we go to the NOTAM. Go to these transition points. So basically there's these 3 lakes, these 3 waypoints here: Endeavor, Puckaway, Green Lake, and I guess there's Ripon too, even though I don't think they really use that. So we're going to Green Lake, so we're going to kind of join up Green Lake here. I'll fly south of it, kind of find a spot where I can join in and then follow the rest of the arrival behind some traffic. And we're going to go from Green Lake to Ripon. And then from Ripon, we're going to go to Fisk. Fisk is where they tell you to rock your wings and do all that stuff, and then set you up into Oshkosh. So I'm going to keep this NOTAM up because it's pretty important. Yeah, here's a little bit of the procedure. I need to be at 1,800 feet and 90 knots indicated. Go ahead and go. That's my PilotEdge map. See, where are we in this whole mess? I don't know which one of those is us. Could be us there. No. 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 I don't know which one of those is us, unfortunately, which doesn't make it any easier. Let's go back to ForeFlight, go to my map, kind of see where I am. Alright. So I'm actually just going to go down to 1,800 feet now, so we can kind of blend in with the rest. I'm going to turn all these lights back on. But yeah, basically we're going waypoint to waypoint, and then we're going to monitor Fisk approach, which is just some controllers in a trailer on the ground. And we're gonna listen to what they have to say. They're gonna be calling out aircraft and telling them what to do. Hopefully we don't have to talk to them. That would mean that we're doing something right. Yeah, so I gotta figure out this traffic thing. Is us. I guess we're way more. Yeah, we're just to the south east of Green Lake now. So this is a map of all the traffic going in and out of Oshkosh. I suppose could that be us? I have no idea where we are on here. We're one of these airplanes. That's not us way down there, is it? No. No. Well, I guess we'll just have to look outside and try and find some people will be modeled on here that we can see. I'm just having a hard time doing that now. You have to be really close in order to see them. Oh, that's us. Huh. Way down there, okay. So I guess let's just point it westbound now and drop to 1800 like I said I was going to do. Yeah, so this is a map of all the other people using their sims going into this event. So it gets pretty realistic with the amount of traffic that goes in and out of here. So we need to be a half mile in trail, and at 1800 feet 90 knots indicated when we kind of enter this in here. So yeah, it says we need to get Fisk approach ready, which is on 120.7. Let's have that ready. I'm not going to put them on yet because it's going to get really talkative once I do that. Yeah, I'll also link a video in here to the NOTAM that they put out and kind of explaining the differences between this and the real life Oshkosh. And you can read through that and kind of get a better understanding of what it is that I'm doing right now. It's difficult to kind of go through the whole thing here as we speak, but yeah, basically we're going from we're going from Green Lake. We're going to follow that up. We're going to go to this town called the Ripon, and we're going to follow these railroad tracks until we hit this town called Fisk, and that's where they're going to assign us a runway. So just basic dead reckoning, more or less. Alright, looks like we got these two people in front of us here. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do what they're doing, and like swoop it in, and kind of come around the corner like that, and kind of sequence ourselves in with anyone else that may be in the area. So I feel like I can follow this highway, and then kind of turn northbound along that highway with the curve in it. Okay. Just keep the pedal down for now. Down here looks good. I suppose we get those tower frequencies in. Depending on which runway you go to, they give you a different assignment or different frequency. So let's go ahead and see what those frequencies are. Okay, so for runway, here's frequencies down here: 1185 and 1266. All right, so 1185. Let's go ahead. Fisk approach.
Runway 18 for that blue and white RV again, right turn, heading 090, fly 090 over Fisk Avenue, left down on runway 18, and if you can, reduce your speed 1800 feet to 90 knots if possible. Monitor tower 126.6, welcome to the show.
1266. Okay.
Thank you very much.
See where we are in this little line. Oops, which one was us? Us? Yeah. So we got that guy inside of us up here, and then here's us, so we're going to swing it once we get to that highway. Come on in. Okay, that's good. Back to you. So we'll start looking for that highway when we get a second. So that's the lake. And there's the highway. Perfect. So things will go quick here. Let's get down to 1800. Start trying to slow ourselves here. And looks like there's that guy in front of us.
White Bear and half mile southwest of Fisk, crack your wings.
A couple of guys in front of us. Keep
White
an
Bear,
eye
an
out for
excellent
them.
wing rock on you. Fly the, follow the railroad tracks further right down on runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit. White and red, long easy there. How about a good wing rock on you?
So what you're hearing
That
that
was
is
beautiful.
the
White,
real
red, long easy, turn right, heading
controllers that are going to be at
090 for the left
AirVenture
down on runway
in
18.
a couple weeks. I think they might use this to practice a little bit too, so it's pretty cool.
White Bear and switch over to frequency 118.5, monitor tower 1800
All right,
feet.
there's the lake.
White and red long easy
Got a
again
guy in front of
1800
us
feet
over
until
here
until you
somewhere.
turn that left
Can't
downwind.
see him.
We've got a lot of departures coming off runway 18 left, monitor tower 126.6. Again, if aircraft are coming inbound from Ripon, everybody needs to be directly over the railroad tracks, half
I see
mile
him.
and trail spacing, nose to tail.
Traffic inside.
1800 feet, 90 knots, otherwise 2300 feet, 135 knots if you are unable to do the 1800 feet and 90 knots. Tower does appreciate that lower one, 1800 feet and 90 knots, so if you can help them out, great. Once you pass Fisk, if you have retractable gear, make sure that you drop that gear down, slow down, help the tower out. They've been getting pretty busy today.
For the most part, people do the right thing on here.
About a half mile southwest of Fisk. I'll pick you out by type and color and give you clearance from there. And if I don't ask for a wing rock, go ahead and still give me one, because sometimes I'm just talking way too much and I can't spit it out.
Alright, so we don't really have anyone to follow right now. There's people pretty far ahead of us.
White and blue Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk.
So we look good. We're just going to follow up the side of Green Lake here. Looks like that guy might be turning back in over here behind us. There he is. We'll keep an eye out for him.
For my white and blue Cessna, fly the railroad tracks
behind us.
further right down on runway 27,
Trying to get
1800
myself
feet
to
until
90
the gravel
knots
pit.
the best that I can.
White and blue Cessna, once you pass Fisk, you can monitor tower 118.5. Welcome to the
go
show.
away from that traffic map
Blue
for
and
now.
gold Cessna coming up about a mile southwest.
And I'm going to go to my
Beautiful
modem.
job on you. For that blue and gold Cessna, you can plan to fly eastbound, turn right, heading
so
090 for the left down on runway 18. Blue and gold
we are
Cessna,
at
right turn, heading
Green
090
Lake
for runway
right now.
18. Everybody make
Going
sure
up
that you're
this
climbing
direction.
up to
Next
1800
spot
feet. Do not be
is
below
Ripon.
that until tower instructs you to. Orange and red
Ripon,
Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk.
there's some instructions we have to follow there as well of what to do next.
Excellent wing rock on you. Orange and red Cessna, fly the railroad tracks for the
And
right
we're a
down on
white
runway
Cessna, so
27,
when she calls us out, she'll be looking
1800
for
feet
a
until the gravel pit.
white Cessna.
The silver L12.
Which won't be for a little bit here yet,
112, rock your wings. Excellent wing rock on you. The L12, turn
Slow
right
myself
heading
down a little
090 for the left down on runway 18.
Yeah, so really the next thing I'm thinking about is, are we going to get runway 27 or are we going to get runway 18? If we get runway 27, which is hopefully the one I do want to get that one. That one seems pretty
For
fun.
the silver Lockheed monitor tower on 126.6.
We are going to change to their tower frequency, and then
Again,
there's a little bit of
everybody
procedure we
that's
have to
coming up
follow.
from Ripon, I need you guys half mile and trail spacing directly
A
over
little
the
time to
railroad
brief
track.
that now.
No side by side. That's not going to work. S-turns are not going to work. If you cannot follow the plane in front of you, break it off and try it again.
Alright, so let's just brief this quick 27 arrival. So if we get 27, which is following the railroad tracks all the way in, we got to turn inside this gravel pit. Basically, it's going to be a short approach. There's colored dots on the runway, so I need to slow down. It's colored dots on the runway, and they'll give us a dot to land on. If we have to go around, it's straight ahead to 1300 and advise ATC. When we land, it's a right turn off into the grass. All right. If we get 18 right, which is the other one they're using, we're making a right turn to follow Fisk Avenue.
I can see you guys coming up the railroad track. The line looks really, really good. Everybody directly over the railroad tracks, 1800
and then from Fisk
feet,
Avenue, we
90
got
knots,
to turn
no
downwind.
No side-by-sides, no S-turns. If you can't fly,
And
follow
turn
the
our
plane
base
in front of you.
before the control
Break it
tower,
off and
and
try
then
it
come in
again.
for 18 right. That one's a little bit trickier. And 1800 is the altitude we're aiming for, pretty much all the way there. And we don't want to fly in these shaded areas, just because that's where they got other stuff going on. Map. Okay.
About a half mile southwest of Fisk. I'll pick you up by type and
Looking
color.
for Ripon.
Give you
Let's go ahead and look
from
at
there.
the
We are
traffic
landing runway
again.
27 and runway 18 right. I can't stress enough, if you guys are not at 1800 feet, if you're below that, please climb to 1800 feet. Tower needs you at 1800 feet because we've got a lot of departures coming off runway 18 right.
So,
and
yeah,
again,
there's
we also
Ripon.
need you at
So Ripon's out
1800
in
feet
front
if
of
you're
us.
going to 27 until the gravel
The
pit.
NOTAM does mention that there are some, what do I want to call it, tanks or silos that we need to follow. Oh, there's the guy. I think he's at 2,300 feet.
Golden Black Cessna,
Hard to tell.
please.
There's two routes. There's a faster route on top. Yeah, so there's those silos that we're looking for. That's the town of Ripon. So that's what we're approaching next.
Golden Black Cessna, great wing rock on you. Turn right heading 090
When we
for
get
the
to
left
Ripon,
down on runway 18.
There's two things that are going to happen.
Golden Black Cessna,
We're going to look
turn
for
there.
the
Again,
railroad
follow
tracks
the,
and the
East
road,
West
and we're going to
1800
follow the
feet.
railroad
Monitor tower
tracks,
on
not
126.6.
the road.
Welcome.
They kind of run next to each other, and we need to be on top of the railroad tracks. It sounds like she's stressing that.
Again, the line is looking beautiful out there, directly over the railroad tracks. You guys are looking great out there.
And this
1800 feet, 90 knots.
scenery that's out here is, was designed by the
half mile on trail
controllers
spacing, nose to tail. If you can't
for this
fly,
company,
if you
so
can't
it's
follow the
very
plane in
accurate
front
to what
of
you
you,
see
break
in
it
the real
off
world.
and try it again.
Obviously not perfect, but it's really good for
If you
planes,
have retractable gear, once you pass Fisk, make sure that your gear is down, slow down, help tower out. But everybody needs to be at 1800 feet. White, that's a beautiful rock
silos,
on you. And you can
small
fly the railroad
lake.
tracks further right down on runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit.
That's
Monitor
right
tower
over here.
118.5.
Something like
Could I get 18, please?
For the White Cessna, sure. Right turn now. Right turn now, heading 090 for runway 18.
I'm hoping we get 27. That looks more fun.
Thank you much. Brady
We'll see.
from Moline says
Sure,
hi.
and monitor 126.6 for you. White and purple Cessna, favorite
Okay,
colors
so-
of mine. Rock your wings for me,
Yeah,
please.
there's Small Lake. Here's the road. Here's the railroad tracks. So real easy to get those confused. We got to stay right over the top of those railroad tracks coming in here.
White and purple Cessna, fly the railroad tracks for the right down
1800.
on runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Monitor
Jeez,
tower
anyone to
on
follow?
118.5. White and brown Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk. Rock your wings.
Not exactly sure. Looks like there's someone in front
Excellent
of
wing
us.
rock
Yep,
on
it's
you.
that fast
For the
guy
white and brown
still.
Cessna, turn right heading 090
think
for
he's
the left
above
down
us.
on runway 1800 feet until
Hard to
the
tell.
downwind. Monitor tower 126.6. White brown Cessna, right turn now, fly that east-west road 090. White and red 163. Half mile
All right.
southwest of Fisk. Rock your wings. There
So
you
now
go.
we're
Beautiful
approaching
job.
Fisk
you can
after
fly
we
the
get to
railroad tracks
Ripon.
for the right down on
Over the top of
runway
these railroad tracks,
27,
Fisk will be the next
1800
town.
feet till the gravel
And
pit.
that's where the
I've got a
controller is sitting,
Mooney,
the woman that
white
you're hearing
red,
now.
red
And that's where
and
she'll
white
tell us to
Mooney.
rock our wings and
Turn
she'll
right
give us an
heading
assignment.
090 for
And it's
the
either
left
going to
down
be
on
for
runway
27,
18.
for
There you
27
go.
we're following
Red and white Mooney, turn
the
right now
railroad
heading
tracks,
090.
turn inside this gravel pit for a downwind, short approach.
2300, fly the railroad tracks for the right down on
If it's
runway
not,
27,
then it's
1800
Fisk
feet.
Avenue, which is
If
the
you can,
east-west
you're following
road,
the M7
and we're
in
going
front
to
of
come
you.
in
White
for
Cherokee
18
type,
right.
fly the
They
railroad
don't
tracks
land 18 left.
1800 feet if you can, otherwise stay at
Be a right
2300.
turn off into the
Monitor
grass.
tower 118.5. 1 Sierra Papa, turn right now heading 090.
All right, we
Fly
are
the
right
east-west road
over
for the
those
left
railroad
down on runway
tracks.
18.
Looks like there's some trains
Cherokee
on them
1 Sierra
actually.
Papa, right
Perfect.
turn now for Cherokee 1 Sierra Papa, right turn heading 090.
Stay at
Yellow
1800
and
the
blue
best I
Grumman type,
can.
fly the railroad tracks further right down on runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit.
I can see how you'd have to stay ahead of the
Cherokee,
airplane
thank you
here.
for that right turn,
If
monitor
we're
tower
really focusing on that.
126.6.
I've got
For the
everything set up,
yellow and
but
blue Grumman,
this is
great
something
wing
you
rock on
probably
you.
would not want to
Monitor
fall
tower
behind the airplane on to get it to
118.5.
land.
Everybody 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Grumman, you need to climb. White long easy turn right now heading 090, 090 for that white long easy passing Fisk.
Alright, things
Left
we'll
turn
see to approach
090 for the left
Fisk.
down on runway 18.
The road is going to break
If you are below
off.
1800 feet, I can't stress enough, I need you guys at 1800 feet, not below. 1800 feet until tower instructs you to descend.
There, and we're going to
If
stay
you're
on
past
the tracks.
Fisk and you're going to 18, the frequency is 126.6. If you're going to runway 27, it's
We're either going to take this route,
118.5.
27, or
Yellow
that
and green
route
Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk, rock your wings.
to 2 or to 18 right.
Excellent wing rock on you, yellow and green Cessna. Fly the railroad tracks for the right downwind, runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Nice job.
107 Mike Grumman, never got a call for railroad.
Yellow, that was the yellow and blue Grumman.
Black and blue 172.
Black and blue. If you're past Fisk, you're going to 27, 1800 feet, monitor tower 118.5. Blue and white Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk, rock your wing.
Other craft calling that didn't get the transition. What was the call sign?
Blue and white Cessna, insured right now heading 090.
So where it splits off, that's where we're a half mile. So it looks like up
Yellow
there
and green
ways.
Cessna, if you're past Fisk, 1800 feet until the gravel pit for runway 27, monitor tower 118.5. Blue and white Cessna, monitor tower 126.6. Blue and white Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk, rock your wings. Blue and white Cessna, great wing rock. You fly the railroad tracks for the right down on runway 27, maintain 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Monitor tower on
There's where it splits
118.5.
off, so we're coming up next, coming up quick. She'll call us to rock our
If
wings.
you happen to be on past Fisk and you're going to runway 18 and haven't switched frequencies, it's 126.6. If you're going to runway 27, it's 118.5. White and blue Cessna, to verify, right down on runway 27, 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Monitor
Ideally,
tower
we won't respond to her at all. We'll just have the wing
118.5.
rock and she'll identify us.
Again, everybody needs to be direct over the railroad tracks, 1800 feet, 90 knots, half mile on trail spacing. No side-by-side, no S-turns. If you cannot follow the plane in front of you, break it off and try it again. White and black Chancellor coming up to Fisk, rock your wings southwest of Fisk here. Excellent wing rock on you. White and black Chancellor, turn right heading 090 for the left down on runway 18. And if you can,
Maybe
reduce
it's up
your
there,
speed
yeah,
down
that's
to 90
Fisk,
knots,
that's where it breaks
1800
off.
feet if you can.
That's Oshkosh. Okay. Makes sense.
Nice turn. Number 5, Charlie Juliet, fly the railroad tracks for the right down on runway 27, maintain 1800 feet until the gravel pit. Monitor tower on 118.5. Great wing rack. Again, everybody coming up from the railroad tracks, 1800 feet, 90 knots, half mile on trail spacing. 1800 feet, 90 knots. Otherwise, if you cannot do the 1800 feet and 90 knots, it's 2300 feet and 135 knots. I've got somebody, Cessna, that's doing 120. Drop it down to 90 knots.
Alright, this is where we, this is Fisk up here, so we'll get a call here sometime soon.
1,800 feet, 90 knots for everybody. 1,800 feet, 90 knots as you're coming up directly over the railroad tracks, half-mile and trail spacing. No side-by-sides, no S-turns. If you're unable to follow the aircraft in front of you, break it off and try it again. Do not try to cut it in to try to get another approach in. Don't want to see any of that. I will call you out on it. White Cessna, half mile southwest of Fisk. Rock your wings.
It's us. Here we go. Rock.
Excellent. Wing rock on you. Any preference?
27.
White Cessna, fly the railroad tracks for the right down on runway 27. Maintain 1,800 feet until the gravel pit. Monitor tower 118.5.
All right, that's cool. She gave us the option. 27 is the one I want. 18.5 over.
Future right
Got
turn
that
into the
in.
grass for me, please.
We're gonna follow these railroad tracks. All right, let's get that NOTAM up for
By the
27.
blue Cessna just coming up on the gravel pit, start your descent. You can turn your base, beam the orange dot, runway 27, clear to land on the green
So we got to
dot.
turn base inside these gravel pits that you'll see up here. It's gonna be a real short approach. It's like a power off 180 of sorts. They'll give us a runway to land on. Sorry, they'll give us a dot to land on 27. We gotta stay at 1,800 until we get to those gravel
Everybody
pits.
end up from Fisk, maintain 1,800 over the railroad track. Start your right downwind inside the gravel pit. We'll call you out by type and color for your base turn.
Perfect.
White and blue Cessna, you're doing good. Keep that turn coming to the right and then clear to land on the green dot.
Alright, so we'll stay on these tracks. We definitely got to turn base for the lake. I know the NOTAM says that, so should be no problem. It's a right turn off into the grass and taxi.
White and blue Cessna, nice job. Good landing there. Right turn into the grass and follow the flagman. Everybody inbound from Fisk, 1,800 over the railroad tracks. Start your right downwind inside of the gravel
There's
pit.
the gravel pit.
We will call your base turn for you around midfield. Once you do get it on the ground, when your speed is able, right turn into the grass and follow the flagman today. It has been rolled smooth.
Perfect. Grass is rolled smooth. We're ready to land. For some reason we do need to go around. It's straight ahead to 1,300 and advise ATC.
We're doing white Piper over the ground pit, start your descent. And then red and white Piper, you can start your base turn or beam the orange dot, runway 27, clear to land on the green dot. Everybody inbound from Fisk, half mile spacing, 1,890 knots. Turn your right downwind inside the gravel pit. Call your base turn midfield for you. Once you do get on the ground and you're able, right turn off into the grass today. Right turn into the grass, and once you're on the ground, follow the flagman. Welcome to the show.
We can descend now that we are on downwind. So I think fuel elevation's about 800, yep. So we're gonna bring it down. A little bit here. Okay.
White Cessna over the gravel pit, start your descent, turn your base and beam the orange dot, runway 27, clear to land on the green dot.
Okay, base beam the orange, land on the green.
Nice job there, Piper. Right turn off into the grass, follow the flagman. Welcome to the show.
Shadows forward. There's the orange dot. Start losing some altitude. Land on the green.
That white Cessna midfield, start your base turn for me. Right base turn for the white Cessna, 97 Golf. Keep that turn all the way to the orange dot, and then runway 27, clear land on the green dot.
Alright, clear land green. I think you mean Zulu Golf. Flaps, good.
White and blue Phenom over Fond du Lac.
White and blue Phenom over Fond du Lac, report Wartburg Island.
Will do.
Kind of hero balling this in. we are. Let's see if we can put her down on the green.
Blue and black Cessna coming over up in the gravel pit. Start your descent.
Oh yeah, that's sporty right there. A little power to make that point. Power goes to idle and...
White Cessna 97 Golf, nice job there. Right turn off into the grass and follow the flyman. Welcome to the show. The blue and black Cessna midfield. Turn your base to beam the orange dot. Runway 27 clear to land on the green dot.
And roll into the grass. They say it's going to be a little bit tougher to move here. Those flaps up. Perfect. All of those flagmen.
Blue and black Cessna, keep that turn coming. Right turn direct to the orange dot from now. Keep that nice right turn. Keep the right turn going all the way. And then runway 27 on the green dot. You're clear to land.
And these flagmen are actually put in here from the network that runs this, and they can actually change where they're pointing based off of which runways they're using and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. All right, taxi to parking is a right turn wherever we want, or we can continue go all the way down here in the grass.
The white and blue Cessna, keep start that downwind for me for the white and blue Cessna of the gravel pit. Start your descent.
That light. And well, let's actually pull up the notice here. There's a parking progressive taxi diagram.
On the white and blue Phenom, report a 3-mile left base for me, please.
Yeah, so landing 27.
White and blue Cessna, make that right turn now. Right turn, right base for the white and blue Cessna midfield. Turn base now, runway 27 clear to land on the green dot.
We follow all the way around the end of the departure in a 9, and we park over here in this direction. So I guess we'll keep it realistic and do that. If you want to depart again, I believe you just follow the flagman and depart out of here.
Blue and black Cessna, nice job there. And
I think I'll make a video on the departure as to. I think it's pretty straightforward, not near as complex as the arrival, but yeah, that was pretty fun. That's pretty cool. I definitely can see how this would be beneficial before going to Oshkosh.
White and black Cessna, start your descent now. Turn base to beam the orange dot. Runway 27 clear to land on the green dot.
Keep going here. All right. I suppose we can probably turn strobes off there. Landing. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
White and blue Cessna, nice job there. Follow the flagman. Welcome to the show.
There's a departure and
the Phenom, you can make it for 2-mile final now.
And then you just park. So I guess we'll just park here.
Area inbound from Fisk, 1,800 over the railroad tracks, 90 knots. Turn your right downwind inside of the gravel pit. When you're being the gravel pit, we'll call you out by typing color. Once you do get on the ground, be a right turn off today. Right turn off into the grass. It has been rolled smooth. White and blue, black Cessna, nice job there. Follow the flagman. Welcome to the show.
Awesome. Well, that is SimVenture 2025, and with real Oshkosh controllers practicing getting into Oshkosh, flying the Fisk arrival. Pretty cool to see. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of other aircraft out there. There's actually helicopter tours at Oshkosh, and I was told in the NOTAM, they told us that this is actually this is a real person flying this helicopter on a tour path to kind of simulate what's actually going on at Oshkosh. So that's a real pilot that's going to be at the show that's practicing his route out there as well, which is actually really, really cool in my opinion. So yeah, awesome. Well, if any of you guys end up going to AirVenture, let me know if this was accurate and if it helped you at all. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.